This is a free download from the BBC. For more information, go to bbc.co.uk/podcasts.
Ready, steady. We're recording.
I like your singing voice.
Thank you, man. It's a good singing voice.
It really is.
It really is a blooming good singing voice.
Give us a tune.
No. I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I'm not going to do that because I don't want to spoil people. If they want to hear me sing, well, they can buy one of my records or come and see me live in concert at the Royal Albert Hall every Saturday evening.
Have you still got Garage full of CDs?
Shh. Hey, here's the thing. We asked you ages ago, dear listeners, to send in bits. We'll start the podcast in a minute. To send in bits and pieces. Then we stopped asking because there was other stuff we were focusing on. We'll start asking again. But we had Leon sent us a thing.
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it? But it doesn't fit in the show. And I was wondering if we could sneak a bit of it in the podcast.
Leon's made this thing, and it just transports you into a baker's shop, doesn't it?
Bakery. There's a word for it. It's actually a word for it, bakery.
Okay.
Yeah. But like a proper old school bakery.
And it just is...
Traditional.
It's just like being in there. But there's no story to it. It's just him... It's a bit like, and this is going to sound horrible, but it's not meant to be, like a mental screensaver.
I think it's brilliant, right?
Yeah,
I could listen to a whole Radio 4 half an hour of bits like that. It just doesn't fit in the show. I've not got back to him. I'll send him an email. I tell you what we'll do.
Should we play it now?
No. Let's whack it. Right. So it's coming up. We'll whack it at the end of the podcast. It's only 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Don't tell the bosses.
Okay.
We'll whack it at the end of the podcast.
Like as a special feature.
Bonus track.
Yeah.
Bonus, an Easter egg. And you can have a listen and send us your feedback on it. There we go. Because it's good. It is brilliant. It just wouldn't fit in the show.
Yeah.
So we'll put it at the end of the podcast. So, there we go, mate. Well, shall we start the podcast then? You ready, guys?
Yeah, go on.
Kelly, you ready? I'm ready. Let's take you back in time. Hop in the DeLorean, Marty. We're going back. Back to Monday. It's a Back to the Future reference. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. Yes, boss. It's Monday. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm sexy. That goes without saying. Let's crack on with this stuff, shall we? On the show today, failed adoption, butterfly stitches, and monster raving loonies. But even better than that, it's Kelly Bertison!
Oh, hello, good morning, thank you.
And she's not here, but you can do the voice. It's Catherine Boylingson!
Hey, hello, how's it going?
Hey, I've got no idea where she's gone. Oh, I know. I've hidden all of her notes and bits of paper and she's gone off to find them. Yeah!
Have you?
Yeah, skills.
I feel like we've already had too much fun that we've peaked.
We have had a lot of fun off air. I'm hoping that some of that fun can be translated into the on-air part of our day. You've scared Catherine.
Yep.
She tried to scare you and failed.
Yep.
I swore at you.
Yeah.
And I've hidden all of her notes for the show.
That's Monday.
That's Monday for you.
Across beds, hearts and bucks.
This is BBC Three Counties Radio.
Do you know what? Oh, this is so good. It actually hurts. You know what Catherine needs? She needs help. Isn't it though? Isn't it?
Yeah, she does today.
What does she need?
She needs...
Can you click that for me? To
Yeah.
save me dragging stuff down. But
Yeah.
Catherine is having such a bad day, and this is actually a serious point. She's having a bit of a bad time, and we're trying to cheer her up with all these pranks. When really what she needs is help.
I think she's gone to go and get some...
Help! I need somebody. This week there were many complaints. Were there?
Yeah, loads.
Really?
Yeah.
More than usual. Hey, because of her?
Nope.
Huh?
Because of this.
Not this one, and not this one, and not this one, and not this one, and not this one. It's coming up. Here it comes. Lovely day. mate.
No, he'd finished.
She stopped.
He took a breath.
Withers also stopped.
No, but she stopped. She stopped in the middle of it. Play right.
No,
okay.
no.
We-
He stopped.
He stopped.
You
The note
stopped.
isn't that long.
No,
Withers,
right. This
and
is
then
like
gave up, 'cause I
this
thought
is like
he was going
yesterday when we were watching the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, and the boys' minds were blown that there were some people in the film who got tickets to see the film. Get the audio, please, Kelly, of Catherine singing that note because she stopped.
No.
You did, mate.
No, I acceded.
No, you didn't. You stopped for a millisecond. Kelly, let me know when you've done that. And
Do you know what I find really disappointing?
What's that, my darling?
You should be celebrating my success instead of trying to take me down. I thought we were friends.
No, mate, we're not. What? No, we're not friends.
Just jealous.
No, mate, not at all.
Totally jealous of my vocals.
Not in the slightest, mate.
Killer vocal.
I think killer vocal. I'm Jimmy Neal with my killer vocal. I actually killed a man with my vocal once. What are you gonna do about it? Honestly, you listen back to that.
No.
You stopped. You took a breath.
You're going to be embarrassed.
Here come the phone calls.
Backing me up. It's probably Withers.
Have we got it?
Yeah, hang on.
Whereabouts? Kelly's got it.
That's just Matt, by the way. I'll answer him in a minute. There you go, it's in.
You're bloody awful.
Disgust me.
Right, okay. So this is it. Listen to where Catherine takes a breath. Here it comes. Lovely day. You take a breath, mate.
I don't.
You took a breath in there.
Didn't.
You took a breath in there.
Didn't. And listen, I'm lapping Withers.
Stop, mate.
No,
All right, okay.
Stop.
He took a...
Okay, right, fine.
Chew on
do you know
that.
what we're going to do?
Chew on that.
Well, let's put it to the test then. I'm going to back off from the microphone and we're going to sing along with us singing along with Withers.
All right.
All right? Matt,
Yes.
do you want to sing along with us singing along with Withers?
Sorry, shut it down, please. You've gone over the top.
You don't want to sing Withers?
You've completely ruined a great record.
I'm confused. Do you want to sing
Leave
with us
it
with...
there,
Sorry?
please.
Right, we're going to sing with us...
Don't sing it. Don't. You've spoiled it already.
Well...
Absolutely waste of time you are.
Okay. What we're going to do, Matt... I'm confused. Are you going to sing with us or not?
I am not.
Thanks for calling. Right. So, we're going to sing with us.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Do you want to sing Withers?
It's very
do?
meta. It's very meta, isn't it, Matt? Thanks for calling. Here it comes. Here it... Lovely day. Kelly, you took a breath. It doesn't count, mate. Right. Could you get the clip of us singing with us? I want to hear that back because she was wobbling in there.
I never took a breath.
She was wobbling. Right. Stop it. Get the clip, Kelly, of Withers of us singing with Withers. Play it back. Because you were wobbling, your notes were wobbling all over the shop.
Allegation.
Unbelievable. Right, now listen to this, okay? Thanks for calling. This is us singing. Here it comes now. Listen to you wobble.
Yeah, only because you're throwing things at me.
Wobble. I'm not having that.
Yeah, I can have a wobble, but you're throwing things at me. I was dodging and ducking and
Okay, what we're
diving.
going to do... No, okay, well then I'm going to back right off the mark.
Stop making me laugh.
I'm not making you laugh.
Stop throwing things at me.
We're going to sing...
Stop tickling me at one point.
We're going to sing along with us, singing along with us, singing along with Withers.
If you want to sing Withers, sing Withers.
Sammy, are you there?
Yeah?
Do you want to... Right.
Withers.
Do you want to sing Withers?
Okay.
You ready?
Everyone's going to wonder what's going on. Okay.
Yeah, screw those losers. Right, here we go. Thanks for calling. Here it comes. Here it comes. Lovely day. Sammy, what happened?
I didn't. I thought it was cheating. I breathed and I was like, oh no.
Right, so she's out. You started late, Boyley.
I didn't.
You don't make me do this.
To accept that I beat you.
You start, Kelly. You know what I'm going to ask?
No.
Yeah, I'll clip that.
Can you get because she started late and she finished early? Can you get the clip of us singing along to us, singing along to us, singing along with Withers?
Right.
Could you do that for us, please?
Iain.
Why don't you move on, please?
Sorry?
20 minutes you've wasted of the programme.
You say wasted.
Yeah.
I'm trying to prove a point.
Forget the point.
What if Galileo Matthew?
Yeah.
What if Galileo had accepted everybody's opinion that the world was flat? Was
Never mind Galileo. You know Galileo.
Galileo.
Yeah.
Kelly.
Yes.
Have you got what I asked you to get? The clip. I'm confused. You've really confused me, Matthew.
Kelly, don't allow yourself to be intimidated by
The clip of Catherine and I singing along to the clip of Catherine and I singing along to the clip of Catherine and I singing along to Bill Withers.
Mm-hmm.
You sound like the Queen, my husband and I.
Larry's not happy. Larry says, do you really want to reduce your listener numbers from 9 to 8?
You already have.
You're still listening?
Well...
Right. Can we just... This is the last time we're going to do it, OK?
Oh, no, please.
Will you sing along with us?
Please.
You don't need to say please, we're asking. Will you sing along with us?
No, I'll mime it.
I thought you were a singer, Matt. Come on.
My name's Matt and I laid an egg!
I drove past the Leicester Arms the other day. The Leicester Arms, I might have to pop in and say, do you know what Matt did? Or didn't do?
Chickened out.
Chicken out.
He's a chicken dealer.
He is. Unfortunately, he is, yeah.
I wouldn't be allowed in Leicester Arms. Right.
Yeah, they only allow chickens in there. Matt, you going to join in?
No.
You sure?
Oh, I can't take any much more of this. I can't take much more of this. This is so sad.
It is sad to hear a gentleman in his twilight years days...
Don't you start slagging me again.
Admitting that he's a...
Well, I'm a butcher.
Right, so this is Catherine and I singing along to Catherine and I, singing along to Catherine and I, singing along to Bill Withers. Dealey, are you in, mate?
Yeah, I'm
You
here.
having some of this?
Yeah.
Matt, Dealey's in, and you know
no,
he's a lightweight.
No, this is sad.
Thanks for calling. Here it comes. Here it comes. Right. No. Too late.
Oy.
Hang on. Right. You ready? Focus, Matt. Here we go. Thanks for calling. Here it comes. Here it comes. Lovely day. Proof! If proof need be...
You made me laugh.
No, I wasn't even looking at you.
Didn't need to. I saw
Proof! Proof! Will you not shut up?
He's at
You
it.
stop!
He's
Those two are so irritating. Matt,
Yes.
you see, it was worth doing. I've proved...
Well, I'll tell you what it sounded like.
Yes, my darling.
It sounded like the Forsad saga in music.
Well, that's very kind of you
Boring.
to... Sorry?
Oh.
Kelly, for God's sake, back away from this crap.
Here's a game for you guys to play at home. Place your bets on what this old man is talking about. Is it A, boobies, 2, cake, or C, bums? Boobies, cakes, or bums? Play along at home. The answer is... in this clip.
Many, many years ago, I had a friend who was a chemist and ran a chemist shop.
Ooh, cheeky, yeah? I bet you had a few good weekends.
He told me
Huh?
that after you've been, if you wash down about half-inch into the area...
What are you talking about?
Wash down after you've finished, if you like.
Finish
Wash
what?
down.
I'm confused.
Oh, well. You saying how uncomfortable you felt.
I'm confused, Peter. What are you talking about? Spell it out. Come on.
Piles, if you like. If you want the word, now. Because...
Oh, they sound tingling.
You cutting me off, are you?
No, not at all, Peter.
Right,
I'm adding
now-
some dramatic music for effect.
Well, now then, If you wash down half-inch inside after you've been...
Half-inch inside?
Yes.
That's that much!
And I found that, and I've told quite a few people this, that it totally relieves it. It doesn't cure it, but it relieves it. I'm just telling you because when you're uncomfortable...
Do you fancy singing a Bill Withers note with me, Peter? Because we'll get less complaints.
Well, how uncomfortable it feels.
Peter, I have had piles in the past.
Yeah?
I may currently have them, but I shall... Would you be able to help me? Would you show me how to do that, first of all?
Well, I do it myself regularly, and I don't suffer at all.
Thank you very much indeed.
Why are you still doing it then?
He loves it. I've got to do this.
On FM, AM, on
oh dear.
radio.
This is Iain Lee.
On BBC Three Counties Radio.
There we go. I'm trying to reset the clock as we go to a serious call. Thank you, Peter, for that little peek into your life.
Kath, your phone's going off.
Do you want to answer the phone? Answer the phone live on the podcast!
Yeah.
It might be brilliant!
Might be sensitive information.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
Who's going to be ringing me?
Who's going to be ringing you at 9:30? Uh-oh.
Is it Noel Gallagher?
Uh-oh. Is it something serious? Do you want to go and take it in the hallway?
Yeah.
Oh, blimey. We'll cut this bit out then. Oh, blimey. We'll cut that bit out because it might be something really serious.
Yeah, OK.
Welcome back. Catherine has left us not to do a poo, although there is a bit of poo in the podcast later on. Stay tuned. Big story. Here's a mush-up a listener sent in.
A what?
A mush-up.
Hey, ladies! Get funky! The hottest totty on radio. Captain Ball and Kelly Betts. Good morning, girls. The remix of Wow.
There's a song that's about to begin. There's a song that we're gonna sing. Yo, we're wow. Yo, we're wow. Sing it to the audience loud and clear. Sing it to the audience so they can hear. Yo, we're wow. Yo, we're wow. Running down the speedway, chasing on my ice cream. Yo, we're wow. Running down the speedway, chasing on my ice cream. Yo, we're wow. Yo, we're wow. Yo, we're wow.
You like that, Just?
Wow.
Matt, you like that?
Actually, it wasn't too bad.
You laugh, but, you know, calls are rising for a wow reunion.
Can I have the clip of Matt saying that, please?
I must be becoming a Clarkson.
Matt, you sound like you're in a good mood today.
I am in a good mood.
Hey, well, let's
because you're talking about one of my favourite subjects.
Pornography.
No.
Prison.
Racism.
Racism. Clarkson again.
Oh, you love Clarkson.
Can you just verify this for me? Did you say the BBC are allowing us to use pikey now?
Well, they are. It's still a word that sits...
There you go again. That is another Clarkson thing.
What? Oh, he's...
Clarkson can use it, so we'll say it's okay. It's racist. It's absolute racist.
You going to let us get a word in edgewise?
I thought you'd left me singing in the wind. It's racist. It's racist. Go on. As I said to Kelly, I come from a place in Ireland called Limerick, and there was a lot of gypsies, travellers, but we never call them pikeys.
Okay, but you keep using the word, Matt, so if it's racist, then don't use the word.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're perfect. I'm sorry.
I am perfect,
back to the whole thing. You're perfect. You can say what you want, Mr. Clarkson, but no. Matt can't say anything.
Well, Matt, listen, let's just calm down for a second, Matt. What have you... The show yesterday wasn't great. What do you think about the show today?
Actually, it wasn't too bad.
Oh, really? Really? And what do you think of my voice?
Actually, it wasn't too bad.
Oh, really? And, Matt, if you've seen pictures of me, I know we've sent you some pictures of me in the nude. What did you think of... Little Lee.
Actually, it wasn't too bad.
That's very kind of you, Matt. That is very, very kind of you, Matt. Well, thanks for calling. That bullying didn't stop the old fool from calling back. Good morning, Mateus Rose.
Good morning.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning, Matt. I tell you what, Matt, what we're going to do is we're all going to do an impression of you, and then I'm going to be the judge of who does the best Matt voice. Kelly Betts, let's start with you.
Okay. Oh, I thought you were going to play one.
Oh, no. Actually, we're actually going to do this. This is genuine.
Oh, right, okay.
But since the whole Clarkson debacle, we can't fake anything anymore.
Okay.
So if I do punch you, Catherine, it will be a real punch. Kelly Betts with her impression of Mateus.
You make me sick. You never play any Kenny Rogers.
Okie dokie. Catherine Boyle.
You disgust me.
I like that.
Oh.
Okay, Matt, your turn.
I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
I hate you, Ian. I'm going to kill you.
Why don't you play daytime friends and nighttime lovers?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, so good.
Can I ask you my question?
Matt, I'm afraid, in reverse order, in fourth place, it's Matt. In third place, it was me there, disappointing performance. In second
Very
place,
bad,
who's
yeah.
it going to be? Kelly Betts, the winner
Kelly
is
Betts,
Boyley!
You disgust me, Lee.
You disgust me, Ian Lee.
You disgust me. I sound like a gremlin.
You disgust me, Ian.
Do you know the secret? It's Irish Phyllis Pierce.
Percy, love.
Daytime friends and nighttime lovers having it away with each other. Daytime friends and nighttime lovers having it away with each other.
Oh, God.
Can you let's dig it out for Matt? Let's dig out daytime friends and nighttime lovers, brackets, having it away with each other, close
Can I
brackets.
ask my question?
Oh, Matt, yes!
That's
I hate you,
what
Ian Lee.
say.
I hate you. I'm going to take you down to the Lister Arms and I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you.
We were
Ian
talking
Lee.
about you yesterday.
Matt, do you like me?
All right, Ian, I like you.
Oh, Matt, do you really? Really? What am I? Good? Bad? What do you think it is?
Actually, it wasn't too bad.
Oh, really, Matt? That is so kind of you to say.
And indeed.
What have they got to do with it?
I didn't
What's your
say
question?
a word.
What's your question, Matt, please?
You play... I've nearly forgotten it now.
Yeah, I wish you would forget
You
our
played
phone
a
number.
great record this morning. I keep you knocking, but you can't come in. Who sang it?
Ah, well, you did just then.
Who sang it?
You did
and
just...
what was the name of the group he was in?
Well, do you know, or do you...
Of course I do.
Then why are you asking me, then?
I want you to... You think you know everything.
Yeah, it was
Jeremy Clarkson.
What? Sorry?
Jeremy Clarkson, too.
What the hell are you talking about?
Well, you're just like him, aren't you?
In what way am I just like him?
Well, you think you know everything. You put people down all the
Ask
time.
me the question, Matt!
Go on.
Ask me the question!
Who was the group he was in, and what was the name of the group?
Who was the group he was in, and what was the name of the group? That was the same question twice, you plum. Flipping heck!
Look,
Try
it's
it
a bit
again.
early, mate.
Well, it might be for you, mate. Come on, try it again. Give us. There are two questions. Let's have them.
What group was that singer in, and what was the name of the singer?
Is that it?
I keep you knocking, but you can't come in.
Should you keep him knocking?
Are you talking about Dave Edmonds from Rockpile?
Very good. You are brilliant.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You are brilliant.
Oh yeah.
And who was the other singer that was with him in Rockpile?
What do you mean the other singer that was
There was a big star with him.
You reckon?
Was it Luther Vandross?
Oh, don't be so ridiculous.
English guy.
I tell you who it was. Got white hair now.
Yes, very white.
Yeah. In fact, I tell you what. Forget daytime friends and nighttime lovers.
How can we?
Actually, hang on a minute. Hang on. You're, of course, referring to Mr. Nick Lowe, aren't you, Matt?
Yes. Oh, my God.
Bye-bye,
you are
Matt.
good.
Thank you, Matt. That's enough of that. Callers really do ring about anything now, don't they, Kelly?
Yeah, anything.
Literally anything.
You looked at Echo. You were going to go for it.
I was eyeing the Echo, but fingering the Echo. Nah. It's too much. It's too much. The curse has struck again. Did you know this, Kelly Betts? The curse has struck again.
No way.
Whose deaths and what tragic incidents have we predicted? Charlie Hebdo?
Dave D.
Dave D. No, not Dave D.
Dozy.
I think Beaky as well.
Beaky, yeah.
Who else? There are other deaths that we've predicted.
Careful now, because we're waving this juju around, and we shouldn't.
Just 2 weeks ago, prompted, it has to be said, by a text from a tweet from Lisa Hunter. We were discussing Shaw Taylor. Keep 'em peeled. Shaw Taylor from Police 5, Keep 'em Peeled. You guys have never seen them. You're too young. You're from up north. It was a regional programme.
No, but now I've seen his face.
He's dead.
In the obits,
Really?
I recognise him.
Shaw Taylor.
You've got to stop speaking about people.
Kelly Betts.
Oi.
Kelly Betts, rah, rah, rah. I'm just testing it. I'm not doing that out of malice. That is done from a place of love.
Okay.
I've got a lot of love and respect for you, my darling. That's not done from hatred. It's done for love. I'm just seeing if there actually is a curse.
Okay.
And if there is, I apologise.
Okay.
And if there isn't, then we're all safe. But Kelly Betts, rah, rah, rah.
As long as I die from an experiment, I don't mind.
What kind of experiment? One with a probe?
An overdose of joy.
Hey. Yay. Graham is on the line. Good morning to you, Gray.
Morning.
What you got for us?
It's acronyms, mate.
Sorry?
Acronyms.
What about them?
My brain can't take anymore. There's far too many out there.
Well, which ones are bothering you in particular?
Well, the new one yesterday, the OBR, the Office of Budget Responsibility. It's just too much, mate.
Surely they only work if they make a word.
Like fab.
Yeah,
Or jam.
What? What is jam?
Dunno.
Well,
FAB. Well, that's what they used to say in Thunderbirds, and it stood for something, didn't it?
Thunderbirds are wave. Well, you mean like LOL and things like that, Graham?
It's the nice National Institute for Clinical Excellence.
It's not even that anymore, though.
Them sort of things. It's too much, mate.
Well, what do you propose we do, Graham?
Just ban them. Just say the words. And also, we don't know what they mean, half of them.
So what we should do, Graham, you're saying, is keep it long.
Keep it long.
Keep it long and ban all acronyms. Graham, excellent ideas. Thank you.
Hey, speaking of keeping it long, George Osborne has been posing for pictures. He's been posing for pictures in a Beatlesque manner outside number 10 or number 11. Is that number 11 he's outside?
Oh, and Nimoy. We killed Nimoy as well, I've been reminded.
Yeah,
Thank you.
We did.
George Osborne's trousers had a row with his shoes yesterday.
Well, and his tie had a row with his collar. I mean, flipping heck. If you're going to be posing for pictures, first of all, please don't, politicians. You look like plums.
Well, there are weird pictures. The one on the Daily Mail is him as the sun.
I don't think he posed for that
No,
one.
it looks like the baby from
the Teletubbies. But this one, where he's standing outside with his red butty box, with people walking by, Danny Alexander and various other artists, in an Abbey Road style. Yeah, the coolness is taken away from the fact that, one, it's politicians, and two, he's got jack-up trousers. He looks like Forrest Gump.
Still, it was a lot of fun to listen to. LBC were broadcasting from outside the Houses of Parliament yesterday. Great.
Makes all the difference, doesn't it, being nearby, where a decision's made?
The whole... and I heard 3 hours of Sheila... I didn't hear it. It was on as I was dozing. Sheila Fogarty was on for 3 hours, then Ian Dale was on for 4 hours. That's 7 hours, OK? 7 hours. Throughout that whole 7 hours, because it was outside, there was a man with a megaphone shouting, "Politicians are liars! Politicians are liars!" For 7 hours. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. And they couldn't stop him because it was a public place.
Freedom of speech.
Politicians are liars! Now, Ian Dale's got previous for duffing up an old boy. So he was lucky he got away with his life. Do you want to do... I want you to do this story because you'll handle it delicately. I'll get us in trouble. The one about the lift.
Oh, no.
Can you do this one? You'll like this one, Kelly. This is a word of warning to you, Kelly. You and your young fella.
Okay.
All right?
You know, next time you feel like getting romantic in a lift...
Yeah.
Just check for cameras.
Just check for cameras.
Also, check for your unborn child and alcohol consumption.
Yeah.
3 things.
Okay.
A mum caught on CCTV... Well, it's as if she'd fallen over with her head in someone's lap on CCTV in a lift. You get the picture?
Yeah, that's it.
She's had a privacy complaint rejected after it was shown on telly. The woman, who was drunk and pregnant,
hey!
and a man had their faces...
And hungry.
Peckish. She had a craving. She had their faces blurred for Channel 4's Caught on Camera. She claimed her loved one still recognised her from the blurry face.
Oh, hang on, it wasn't her fella.
Her loved one.
Don't know.
Oh!
Whoa.
And the stress brought on premature labour.
So she's pregnant
and
with
drunk.
another fella?
No, we don't know that.
Well, but if her loved one recognised...
No, her loved ones.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
Relly's.
More than one.
Well, she might. She had a lot of love to give. She was giving it. And the regulator Ofcom ruled that the public interest in antisocial behaviour outweighed her expectation of privacy. Well, they were in a lift with the doors shut. Is that antisocial?
I think it's romantic. Here's me putting off travel.
And having a look at the speed sensors in Beaconsfield. Park Lane is looking slow, southbound through to London Road towards the Pybus.
Park Lane, very fancy! Oh, Park Lane with all the swanky hotels right next to the park.
Yep.
Hyde Park! Next to the Hyde Park, and only a few miles from Buckingham Palace, and just around the corner from Oxford Street. Very posh.
No, that's not the right Park Lane.
What Park Lane are you talking about?
Park Lane in Beaconsfield.
Nah, it's not that posh.
I don't know, I've not been. Anyway, Samantha
No, it's a right dump
BBC
there.
Counties
It's
Radio.
a right dump there, the Park Lane in Beaconsfield. I wouldn't want to go there. Is it busy, did you say, Sammy?
Yeah, it's busy.
Yeah, we would want to go
Busy
there.
all along Park Lane and London Road, and the Pybus roundabout, very slow.
What's Park Lane like in London?
Well, it's
Very
got a very
posh.
big hotel.
Yeah, it's posh. It's right next to Hyde Park, and just around the corner from Oxford Street. It's beautiful. Thank you, Sammy. Can we get a memo to the travel department and ask Sammy to stop going off on tangents? Doesn't really help us, does it?
Very unprofessional.
Very, very unprofessional. One gentleman took offence at some of the content in the show the day before. He emailed in his complaint with his phone number. Well, he was man enough to answer the phone when we called him up, and he came on air and put forward his point. I hope his children weren't listening. No, but I'm bothered about your rude talking. For the past few days, I've heard you talking about porn, gays, gypsies, and all the rest. I'm really annoyed with this. Children could be listening. If you wish to contact me, then call me. Should we call Niall?
Yeah, go on then.
Give Niall a quick call. Morning, Niall.
Hiya, how are you doing?
I'm all right, thanks, Niall. What's your beef?
I'm at work at the minute. Just for the past few days,
yes,
I've been hearing you talking about rudeness on the radio. Pornography, queers.
We use the word gays, yeah.
Yeah, gays and queers too, but...
No, we use the word gays.
Yeah, and queer too, but...
and gypsies, you didn't like us talking about gypsies either?
Well, pikeys as well. I just thought it was really, really rude, and I wouldn't use those words around my children. And,
but you've just used them around around loads of other kids on their way to school, so, you know...
Well, you used it yesterday, and...
well, no, you just said you wouldn't use it around your children. You've used it around other children. OK, well, I don't understand what your problem is, talking about gays and gypsies.
Well, I just thought it was really, really rude of you to use those words on the radio.
What, gays?
Well, no, like queers, and just how you spoke about it. Like, today there was
someone stole a vibrator.
Oh, was there a vibrator as well used?
Well, I don't know if it was used. It was certainly stolen. His girlfriend dumped him, so I think, no.
Well, there was,
the story... You know the reason we were talking about pikeys, don't you?
Yes.
Because it was a big news story, and it had been... we only used it a little bit on this show. Jonathan used it more than me. We only used it a little bit. It opened up a big discussion as to whether that word is offensive or not.
Right.
So that's why we did that.
OK, but should you be using that on the radio?
Why shouldn't we?
Well, I don't think... You're right. I don't think you should be using those words because there's children in the mornings listening to it, and I was offended with it as well.
Why were you offended by the word pikey?
Well, I've got travelling family, and I don't think you should be using that word. Because,
tell me why not?
Well, because you said what it means.
Well, no, I didn't.
Rude. What does it mean?
I don't know. Why you're offended by it?
It means cheap, disgusting, blah 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 blah.
Right.
But
so why are you offended by that word?
Well, because I'm not a racist, and I don't think you should be using those words.
No. The question, a very specific question now. Why are you offended by that word?
Because my family are travellers, and I don't like to hear that word.
OK, but why... you're still not answering the question with the greatest respect. Why does that word offend you?
Because I've just said...
you said you've got family that are travellers, but I still don't know why that word's offensive to you. I don't know.
Well, because you're offending them.
How?
Well, you're saying that word, and you shouldn't be saying that. You're a country person, and you shouldn't be saying that word, should you?
I'm a country person. I have no idea what that means.
OK.
What about queer? Why did that word offend you? Are you homosexual?
Well, I'm heterosexual.
OK, so why did the word queer offend you?
Well, the word queer, because that's... Well... People choose to be that word, don't they? They choose to be homophobic or homosexual.
Well, no, they don't, Steve. No. See, now you're offending other people listening with your nonsense. I would suggest that 99.999%, in fact, I would suggest nearly just under 100%, because there will always be people that step out of the norm. But the majority of gay people don't choose to be gay, do they?
Well, all I did was send in an email to say that.
No, and we're having a discussion.
You shouldn't be talking like that on the radio.
But why?
I found that really, really rude, Iain. I do like your show, but
I don't understand why
pornography.
The pornography
and things like that in the morning is just disgusting. It's horrible. I was cringing in the morning.
No, you weren't cringing, Niall. Niall, you're a big lad. You weren't cringing.
Honestly, I was.
No, you weren't cringing. How old are your kids, Niall?
Well, I don't have any.
Oh, I thought you said you did have kids.
No, but I wouldn't have my
Niall! So, sorry, your sentence should have been, I wouldn't allow my fictional children to listen to this.
Right, okay, right, thank you, but...
you're very welcome, Niall. You're very, very welcome, Niall, thank you. I wouldn't allow my fictional children to listen to this filth.
That was a bit orcs.
Thank you, Niall. Listen, he sent the complaint in, he put his phone number on, he came on the air. Thank you, Niall.
He knows the discussion we were having yesterday was about whether those words were offensive, and he should have phoned in yesterday, doesn't he?
Yes.
Or does he think we were just throwing him around willy-nilly? I said Willy.
I'm not having a pop at him. He sent a complaint and he came on the air. Not everyone is brave enough to do that. A lot of people send in the complaints and they don't put their numbers or they don't answer. He came on. That's brilliant. He misunderstood the conversation about queer. We were talking about the evolution of the word and how it's not real. The gay people kind of adopted it, but now it's... I don't know what we say anymore. And Pikey, we didn't say it very often on this show. Jonathan
and we actually said we don't like saying it and we wouldn't use it.
Yeah.
You did.
But no, I appreciate you coming on. Thank you very much indeed. And I hope that one day when you do have children that you find a programme that's suitable for them. If you ever wonder what you're missing on other stations in the morning, it's stuff like this. I often say this, Justin. I'm lucky enough I get to drive all over the country and listen to lots of BBC local radio stations.
Yeah.
There's one of them now, this morning, from 9... Right, you could be listening to Jonathan Vernon Smith. We don't know what his big issue of the day is going to be. We'll find out in about 25 minutes, 30 minutes. Okay? There's one radio station. Morning, talking about cake this morning.
Oh.
It's because we've got Judy Murray live in the studio, and apparently she's a big fan of cake.
It's a great phone in.
So, I want to find out what your favourite cake is. Leave your suggestions here on our Facebook page.
They've done that wrong. They should have been talking about what your favourite serve is.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
For me, it would have to be chocolate sponge.
Oh, man.
Can you send me the Facebook details, please?
But now, does banoffee pie count as a cake?
Pie. Clues in the title.
Lemon meringue pie, does that count as a
pie.
cake?
Pie.
Apple pie?
Apple pie's a pie.
OK, Victoria Sponge.
OK.
Yeah.
Boring. But
it's classic, mate. It's not boring.
Cliche.
It's classic.
Goes with anything, doesn't it?
It goes with anything, apart from roast lamb.
Where do you stand on a lemon drizzle?
Right in the middle. Justin! It's been fun this morning, hasn't it? See if you can spot the innuendos in this next piece. I'll give you a clue. There's 69. Catherine, didn't you once mount the lad with calipers outside...
I attempted to.
Outside the newsagents?
My childhood memories are basically... I just remember being told I couldn't ride various things.
Sorry? These are those machines outside sweet shops and stuff where you put a quid in now.
And it used to be 20p, didn't it, or whatever. So, and I just remember being turned down for those every time I asked my dad if I could have a go. Actually, I've looked through some of our family albums. I rode everything.
Still do.
And apparently, once outside a chemist's, I attempted to mount the kid with calipers.
Wowzers.
I don't know what
Kelly's too young to know what that is. Justin, you probably... It was the charity box for... was it the Spastic Society?
Yes, was, yeah.
And you climbed on his back and tried to ride that poor boy.
I saw the slot and thought, here goes a ride.
Catherine, everything you said in the last 30 seconds is innuendo-filled.
Niall's invisible kids are going to be furious, aren't they?
Justin, we will speak to you later on.
Yeah, no problem, boss. Take care.
Mate, thank you very much indeed. Daniel says, my 11-year-old twins love listening to your cheeky banter as we sit in bed having our drinks every morning. As a dad, that sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Eh? That sounds pretty good.
What are they drinking?
Probably gin.
Yeah.
Knowing Daniel. 08459 455 555 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. You can.
Kath's still giggling about her story.
Literally every page on the album of when I was about 3 or 4 is me writing something.
Okay, again,
It's really tickling her.
Well, I think that's why she enjoyed it.
Noddy and big ears, elephant. One of those wagons with the horses.
The thing is, those rides, I mean, they are rubbish.
They were rubbish.
It's that.
Back and forth.
It's back and forth and forth. That's all you got. 084, you're right. Should we carry on?
She's laughing so much that she's holding her nose.
Dear. I haven't got time to talk about Starbucks trying to end racism now.
Do it in 5 minutes.
They're the guys that will do it.
Because Starbucks have got a campaign to end racism, and they're doing it by, they write your name on the cup.
Yeah, wrong normally, especially if you have a foreign name.
Now they're
should start there.
I said my name was Dick the other day, and she wrote Rick. She heard me say Dick.
Have you seen that one where he said it's Mark with a C, so he got the cup back and said cock?
They're ending racism by encouraging their baristas to write racism counts or something, or dismiss racism on the cups, and then they're encouraging them to have conversations with the people who've bought their coffee about racism. How does that start? I see you've brought a black coffee. Are you a massive racist? How would you have that conversation? If you thought all of that was immature, wait till you hear this. It's about plop-plops. Poo-poos? Stinky dumps?
All right, I'll speak to you later.
Oh, look, she's going back. Oh.
All right, I'll speak to you later.
We're holding off the poo story for Catherine.
No, not, because that phone call was to say that my husband's broken the toilet.
Hey! That's insane! It's the curse!
The flush.
The curse!
The flush is broken.
Flipping
and
heck.
I said, who was the last one in there and was it a big one? And he went, that's by the by. So who was the last one in there and was it a big one? He said, it was him.
He wasn't on a flight recently to Dubai, was he?
I need to check his whereabouts.
Have a listen to this. This is actually a very, very serious story, and I'm keen to get your thoughts on this, please. 08459 455 555. A plane heading from Heathrow to Dubai on Thursday it had to turn around and return back to Heathrow partway through a 7-hour flight. What happened? Well, a local Hertfordshire councillor from Potter's Bar, Abhishek Sakdev, was on board. Good morning, Abhishek. Thank you for joining us. What exactly happened?
So we were on the flight. The flight took off at about 8 o'clock or something in the evening. We specifically booked a night flight, actually, because I've got a young daughter. And then about 20 minutes into the flight, we hear the pilot say, he calls for the senior cabin crew to come to the flight deck. So that was a little bit alarming, first of all. And then 10 minutes later, he makes an announcement, and he basically said, there's no need to worry, there's no technical problems or difficulties with the flight, but there is a horrible smell, a pungent smell coming from one of the toilets. We've tried to investigate it, we've tried to fix it, but we're not able to, and it's basically liquid faecal excrement.
That's Niles has switched off. Blimey. And the pilot said this.
He actually said those exact words, liquid faecal excrement. I will not forget that at all. And then he said, basically, we have to turn around and go back to Heathrow, and there'll be another flight in 3 hours' time. And then basically we were over Belgium at the time, and then we proceeded to dump.
Dump?
No, sorry. I thought it was a joke, first of all.
Oh.
And the flight actually did turn around, and then we dumped the fuel, because you can't sort of land with too much fuel.
Another liquid dump.
Yes, so we dumped the fuel, and then we landed back at Heathrow, and then he said, and then as soon as we landed, they said, oh, by the way, instead of a 3-hour delay, it's now going to be a 15-hour delay.
Oh, I bet the mood on the aeroplane turned even darker than it probably was.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
15 hours.
It was just ridiculous, and especially for people like me, other parents like me who had young children. It was very difficult because we chose a nighttime flight to allow our kids to sleep, and then the next day the flight was going to be in the middle of the daytime. I mean, to be fair to BA, they did put us up in a hotel that night. And, did give us food vouchers and things like that, but to lose effectively a whole day from your holiday is a very significant loss.
Just to check, the line's not great, and that's because you're in Dubai now. You got there eventually, didn't you, Abhishek?
Yeah. We got there the next day. But effectively, we missed out a whole day of our trip. And in fact, I'm just speaking to some other passengers right now, and there are some people who went for a 4-day trip, and they've lost a day of their 4-day trip. So it's not nice, really. You
tweeted about it, didn't you? Do you remember your exact tweet?
I do remember the exact tweet because it's been retweeted a number of times. The reason why I tweeted it actually was my 2.5-year-old daughter. She asked me saying, "Daddy, why are we turning back?" Because she was really excited to be on the plane. And I said to her, "Someone's done a smelly poo, so we have to change plane." And when we landed and the pilot said there's a 15-hour delay, I got so frustrated, I literally just tweeted exactly the same thing that I said to my daughter.
We've returned back to Heathrow because of a smelly poo in the toilet. Who smelt it first, Abhishek?
I actually have no idea. In fact, I didn't even smell it at all anyway. I mean, we were kind of near the front of the plane. But I didn't actually smell it. Even exiting the plane from the front, we still didn't smell it. But
do you know who dealt it?
No, not at all. I mean, look, the plane food hadn't even been served. So
I'm so sorry.
You can't even blame the plane food, but it may have been from someone on a previous flight because, it was quite early on in the flight.
So you don't know who supplied it, but did someone deny it?
Well, no one knows anything about it, to be honest with you. It may have been more than one person, who knows, because obviously...
But the thing about this is, Abhishek, is there must have been someone on that plane cringing with embarrassment because they knew that missile had been fired from their bottom. And did no one kind of... I suppose you wouldn't stand up and go, "Sorry, guys, I'm really sorry, I'm not feeling too good."
That person, even though it was a British flight, that person would have got lynched.
Yeah.
Because the anger that people had at losing their, a trip of their holiday, that person would have got into a lot of trouble, I think.
I suppose if no one's prepared to stand up and do a rhyme, then you'll never know who did the crime. An overreaction, do you think, Abhishek, to turn the plane around?
Look, I don't know. I mean, to be fair, I can smell it. So I guess if there's a lot of passengers, having to suffer with that smell, ultimately it's the pilot's call, but the cost to the airline, it will be significant. Paying out compensation, which I hope they do, putting everyone up on another flight and accommodations, a lot of cost for the airline, and there's a lot of disruption for 200 passengers or however many there is.
Mr. T says, "I ain't getting on no plane, poo." Laura says, "Can you imagine being that person? Yeah, Mum, we eventually got there, but my poo made the news."
Johnny Walker says, "Why didn't someone open a window?"
Oh, that's very sharp. Well done. Yes, like that. Yeah. Well, that's it, guys. That's your podcast. Although there'll be some stuff from Friday coming up now. Oh, hang on a second. Sorry, we just spoke about. Let me just read this story again because I think we've actually excellent work from Kelly Betts. Barely departed. Rudo Kubica lit a candle at a dead pal's funeral, then saw him in a pub in Prague, the Czech Republic. We've got Rudo Kubica on the line. Good morning, Mr. Kubica.
Good morning, sir.
So
my name is Rudo Kubica.
Okay, well, thank you for joining us at such short notice, Rudo. I'm really sorry for your friend's the loss of your friend. Did you lose your friend? I'm confused as to whether you actually saw he wasn't dead and he was in the boozer, or you saw a ghost. What happened?
Well, let me explain briefly. First of all, I've lost a very big candle because I lit that candle for my friend.
What was your friend's name, Rudo?
Bubbler. I called him. It's not his real name. I called him Bubbler.
Okay.
Traditional Czechoslovakian name, Czech name.
Czech name. Yes.
I bought a big candle to light his match.
Yeah.
And 2 days later, I don't think that's in your report.
No, it's not in the report.
I walk into a local pub.
Yeah.
What's it called?
The Moon and Stars.
Oh.
Popular name in Czech.
How do you say that in Czech?
The Moon and Stars.
Oh.
Okay, yep, thank you.
Yes, it's pretty much the same. And Bubla is at the bar, and then I noticed Bubla move to the Deal or No Deal machine, and it's Bubla.
So he's having your friend who you've just lit a candle for 2 days before.
Yes.
He's suddenly playing Deal or No Deal in the pub.
And he win £5.
Wow.
Or 5 groat, and he not pay me for candle.
Did you speak to him? I mean, that must have been quite powerful.
I was upset, surprised, agitated, a little aroused. And I asked him for identification, and he ignored me.
He ignored you?
Gosh,
that's
He ignored me.
cold.
Well, that hurt to what you say, bone.
Yes.
Hurt to your bone.
Well, Rudo, I'm sorry for... I'm glad you've managed to clear up the rather vague story in The Sun. What are you doing for the rest of the day, Rudo? You going to go and see the eclipse?
No, I have no interest in the moon.
It's the sun.
Whatever.
Good morning, Penny.
Good morning.
Do you know why the sun's corona is so hot?
No.
You don't, but you know that question I asked was a wicked question.
He knows. We know that. We don't know what the answer was, but
It was
knows.
a good question.
Yeah.
I actually fist pumped Catherine when I asked that question because I knew it was a good one. Every now and then, Penny.
Yeah.
I play the part of the dummy on the show
really well.
I play it very, very well, but
Very
actually,
convincing.
it's okay. But actually, I'm a very, very clever man.
Oh well.
Ask me anything, Penny. Go on, I'll know the answer. Go on.
The square root is 64.
Yep, I know that. Ask me something else.
Well, what's the answer?
Oh, Penny, I could tell you, but then you would lose a little bit of the knowledge that you could gain yourself by finding it out yourself, Penny. And that's.
But I know the answer.
Well, why don't you tell me? I'll tell you if you're right.
But I'm waiting for you to tell me.
I know the answer. You
So
tell
do
me.
I.
Well, you tell me the answer, and I'll tell you if you're right.
Why don't you tell me the answer and I'll tell you if you're right?
Because I don't believe that. I want you to show me that you know the answer.
But I do know the answer.
Well, then why don't you tell me?
Because I was waiting for you to tell me.
The reason that you're not telling me, Penny, I'm going to suggest, is because you don't know the answer.
But I do.
Well,
Otherwise I
tell me
wouldn't have
then.
asked the question.
If you know it, Penny, tell me the answer. Ah, you see? You see?
No,
you don't know, do you?
I do.
Well, then tell me. And I'll tell
Well,
you. I'll tell you if you're right. Let's say it at exactly the same time.
Okay.
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Go on then. Hey, I'm not falling for that. Right, ready, steady.
1.
It's neither. It's none of those.
2.
It's not that.
3.
Ready, steady, go. It's. You don't know it, Penny. You don't know it,
I
mate.
do know it.
Well, then
but
tell
you're
me
not
it.
saying anything.
Penny, tell me it then. You're not saying anything. I'm not saying anything, and you're not saying anything.
Because you're not saying anything.
Well, you say it first, and then I'll say it immediately after. Ready? You go first, and I'll say it after. Ready, steady, go.
No, you say it first.
Oh.
Nah, but
You say it first.
Right,
Could someone say it?
Go on, Penny. You say it first.
8.
Sorry?
8.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
How sure are you?
Very sure.
Are you completely sure about that?
Yeah.
Are you really, really sure about it?
Yes.
You sure you're sure?
Are you typing it on the calculator now?
No, mate, I'm not. But do you know what, Penny? I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you 5 points for that. Well done. You're right. You see.
I know I was right.
I know you know you're right, and I know you're right, and I knew you were right, and I knew that was the answer before you told me. So, what have you learnt from that?
Nothing.
Well, then I'm afraid that's not
not the
worked out.
attitude, is
That's
it?
not the attitude to have, Penny. What you've learnt there is A, respect your elders, B, respect me, and C, you can get so much more from your life if you put a bit of effort into it. And I just don't think you've got the right attitude. I've got a feeling, Penny, you could be a bit of a failure in life. And I say that with respect to life.
Wow.
And I say that.
She's 14.
I know exactly. She's got to learn young. And I say that, Penny, because you've still got time to turn it around. Still got time to turn it around. I just don't know if you've got the right attitude, that's all. Below ground level and higher than ground level. We can ask Brian Cox where he's going to be. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Ian. How are you? Professor Brian Cox here.
That's really amazing, Brian. Are you looking forward to the eclipse today?
Absolutely amazing. The solar eclipse, you know, only 0.00001% of the stars are visible by the naked eye.
Right. That's not relevant to the solar eclipse, though, is it?
But it's still amazing, Ian.
Okay.
Nothing to do with it, but it's still amazing.
Where are you going to be today, Brian, at 9:30?
I'm going to be underneath this toxic Russian cloud, watching the solar eclipse make the sky go dark. Absolutely amazing. Amazing it can do that at 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Why is this so significant, Brian? Why are people getting so excited?
The most amazing event. I'll be 130. I'll be 130 before the next solar eclipse hits us.
Okay, but why is this one important?
Just totally amazing.
You keep saying, Brian, sorry to interrupt, you keep saying it's amazing, but you don't tell me why it's amazing. And I've noticed you do that quite a lot with your programmes. You say things are amazing, but you don't then specify where the amazement is coming from. Maybe you could try here.
Well, it's just the nature of the universe, how all the stars, they're all in their own significant place.
Yeah, but that's got nothing to do with the actual eclipse. I'm sorry to push you on this, Brian. Why is the eclipse amazing?
Well, if you can see the sun for the first time with a naked eye.
Didn't think you were supposed to look at the sun with the naked eye, Brian.
But I made this pinhole camera. I made a pinhole camera so I can see it. It's just amazing.
Okay. Brian, you've not been... You've not really specified why it's amazing, but I appreciate you taking the time to make a call. That's it, stuff. That's it, stuff. No, don't put that in.
Oh, no, it's so you. It's so you, that is.
Fan your eyes, or you're crying.
And breathe. That's it, guys. Don't do it. Oh, no, I'm never going to leave that down. No, I'm going to move to Dubai. That's it, guys. That's all the stuff from the podcast. But we mentioned about 45, 50 minutes ago that we were going to have a little bonus feature from Leon, who made this, submitted it for the show. We couldn't really use it in the show, but we can use it for the internet, where you're allowed to put any old crap out. I'm not saying that this is, though. This is actually brilliant, but honestly, the internet is full of rubbish, isn't it? Have you seen it? Have you seen the internet? There's like about 3 good things on there, and the rest of it's utter tosh.
Yeah, like iainlee.com.
Whoa!
Rude. But true.
Here's Leon in a baker's.
I'll be doing bloomers, split tins, farmhouse, oat and barley bread, white rolls, brown rolls, bloomers, gold rolls. My family's been in the baking trade since the early 1800s, so I'm sort of third generation. I went to college for 3 years, up to the National Bakery School, and I came back to my family business for about 4 or 5 years, got married, and then I decided to do something on my own. Turn that little knob there. Yeah, these ovens, from cold, they take about 9 hours to heat up, from cold. They're good bread ovens, they've got they really are solid. That's a sort of solid sound. That's a small loaf. If it's wobbly, or the loaf sounds not so solid, just put it back in the oven for a few more minutes. Like this one. It's not quite done, it's a little bit more wobbly on the bottom. Just want a few more minutes in the oven. Cakes with willies and boobs on and things like that. I've done those in the past. There used to be a guy at a little pub in Aylesford High Street. The guy there used to try and get me to do these cakes with willies on and things. I don't know, this is people he mixes with, I think. It's strange. That big old dough mixer in the corner there is a French dough kneader. It's got a big motor on the top of it, and halfway, just below the motor, some gearing for it. But I don't use it now. It's redundant. When I first started working here in the weekdays, I'll start at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning in the week. I had wholesale around then. My till, yes, that's Arkwright Special, that one. An old manual, NCR manual till. Taken out of a Woolworths many years ago.
Thanks for listening to this free download from BBC Three Counties Radio, your local radio station for beds, hearts and bucks, on FM, AM, digital radio, and online at bbc.co.uk/3counties.